Hey guys, WheatyWaffle here today. We are back in the city of Westfield. I don't actually know what the camera is tracking right there. You'd think there's cars, but it's just showing you a beautiful empty road. Today, we're going to go do some industry. We need some industry in our city. So I'm going to back out. Ooh, you get to see a little preview. I've been working on, this is from the gallery. I did not make this gallery. This is from the Steam Workshop. Can you tell I've been playing The Sims? It's just an interchange. I plopped down here because what I want to start doing, if you remember, I think 2 parts ago when we did the fairies, we deleted all of the farming industry that was here. And throughout the city, there's a few areas that are popping up where they need more goods, as well as in here, there's a few buildings here and there that need more goods as well. So what I want to do is I want to begin expanding down this direction. We're going to build up some farming industry as well as some additional suburbs because we want to start getting that sprawl to happen throughout the city. Now, one thing I did in between parts, and we're testing this out, but I put in a new road that's over on this side. If you recall, I told you guys a few episodes ago that I did at one point connect this end of the highway here in Madison Township over to this portion of the highway here so that we could easily get access from Cardona City to the main city. The problem was the onslaught of traffic backed up our highway from about this point all the way down, all the way across the city, the bridge, all the way across here, and all the way up into this highway, just because there were so many cars. A lot of those cars were trying to get from this end here, where there's nothing we've built, to this end over here, where again, there's nothing we've built. So to avoid just that unnecessary traffic that's going to cause major issues for us, I decided to put in a new highway, but this one goes the complete out of the way kind of direction. They're starting to use it, so we're going to see how it goes. This really benefits those who are trying to get out all the way down here. And what's good about that is it's going to make it so that we don't have to worry about, I think, too many cars flooding our city. So we'll see how this goes. I mean, the first car hasn't even made it since I unpaused. Let's just see if we can even find the first car who took this road. I mean, that is how long this highway is. Here's the very first car. It's one of my police cars? Girl, where are you responding to a call at the Broad residence? Ma'am. Ma'am, you drove all the way from Cardona City to come all the way... Oh, what? You're responding to this house's call? How does that make any sense? See, this is the problem. So... we're going to let this run. We'll see what happens. I don't know if this is going to stay. I mean, I tried to make it kind of match the terrain that we have just so that it looks like it belongs. But if it becomes too much of an issue, it becomes too crowded, we're going to ditch it. With that, let's go ahead and get started. So what I am going to do, we're just going to quickly zone this little nub. It doesn't need to be like perfect or anything. I just want to kind of get an idea of how big this area is. It's pretty large. Okay, yeah, it's about as big as this island even. So what I want to do, what I'm thinking is this is going to be our farmland. If we go to industry, no, we want to do, all of this here is fertile land. So I think what we'll do is we'll have this, let's start with the road layout now that I'm thinking about it. Let's bring this road out 20, maybe curve it. I'm not too worried about destroying this rock. Let's do a nice 20 by 20 curve. Okay, and then we're gonna bring it straight out to there. Now, there's going to be another entrance or exit, I think, over here somewhere that will connect as well. So this will eventually connect to something on that side. But what I want to do with this is now that we kind of know where this road is leading to, let's go ahead and mark an industry area. Nope, I want this, here we go. Industry area. So this here is our fertile land. And we're going to actually, before we mark the industry, we're just going to do a little cheating here. I mean, look, we've got the mods. we've been playing with mods the whole time. I don't feel bad about it. So let's go ahead and just give this a little bit more fertile land so it's really, really, yeah, they're really, really yellow and ready for us to build some farms. So we're just going to cover this area. I think we're going to use this little nook for now. And what I'm going to try to do is I think in between parts, I'm going to try, I've never done like detailing before in terms of making fake farms. But I've seen a lot of pictures of people doing it on Reddit and like an Imager and stuff. And so I'm going to try to, in addition to making my own farms that actually function, just make some fake ones that look really nice from above. So this area here, Valley region, is our fertile land. Let's go ahead and really quickly just select all of these rocks and things that are here and ditch those. We don't need any of that. What is nice about this whole road setup is that there's this extra road that kind of can come down as like a bypass or like a service road, which I really like that. Let's bring this out to where the road begins to curve a bit, so about 40. And we're going to bring this down. Now I do think I want to switch all of this to this industry road. It's a little bit louder, I believe. Or speed is 40. Sells, they cost 30 each. How much is this? 40 each. What was the speed limit? Speed is 40. Okay, so it's exactly the same as the other one. It just looks more like a used road. I mean, it's a little bit more bumpy. It's got some more texture to it. So I think that'll look nice with our farms. So now let's go ahead and start figuring out how this farming industry is going to work. Let's just make sure this is nice and leveled up. Okay, so we have this area. It's marked off. It's a little bit bigger than I wanted, but this is Valley region. Where do we want to get moving? Let's see about, so we need the entrance building. I think the entrance building, I'm going to put it over here, and here we go. And Magnolia Street is going to kind of be like the main entrance to this, and then we'll branch off from this road. So one of the first things we want to start building are these crop fields. And I guess we could let this play while we're going. So we want to build some of these crop fields. Let's bring a road straight out. We're going to actually go above this. We'll come out this way. Because what I want to have is I want you to be able to be on this 6-lane road and see the farms. Oh, that's exactly what I want. Okay, actually, maybe I want to do... Let's move this up 1. So originally we connected here. Let's connect 1 more up, and we'll bring it out 30. And then let's see. So this produces 4,800 units per week. So let's go ahead and now we have a 2 tile square like border around it. Let's go ahead and put 2 of these. We're gonna put 2. Yep, and then we're gonna put 2 more over here. Okay, and here's what I'm thinking. So we're gonna have it set up that way. Then, if we grab just this regular path, let's turn off road guidelines. We're going to bring this dirt path all the way around like this. And then we can even kind of connect it to the main roads that people can get in and out. But then, see, here I am already detailing and like we haven't actually powered this area. Ashley Darby, Academy of the Arts, you're still acclaimed. I don't know what you need yet, but we will come back to you. I promise. One day we will come back to you. Here we go. Farm fence. Let's turn off the grid. And let's instead turn off road lengths. Instead, come in here like this, go on both sides. I just want do a touch of detailing on here. Oh, that looks great already. And then even for this spot, we're gonna just go ahead and put some kind of fence. Now I'll come back, I'll do some more trees and things like that in a minute. Let's go ahead and quickly power this up and give it some water. Okay, so we're powered up, we're watered up. Let's go ahead, I'm gonna put in some trees here. Yeah, we're gonna do it right now. I was gonna say I should probably wait a second, but like, why? Why wait? Here, we're going to do it. I've been doing so much like detailing off screen recently that like, no, I want to do this live. Oh, I like that tree a lot. Let's do one of these. Oh, that's perfect. But why does that one... There we go. So we'll do that there. And then I think here in the middle, I have this. Where are they? There are these tiny bushes that I recently got. Here we go. Bush. So if we go with this, we can take this. Let's actually go ahead and ditch this fence. And then we just put it. But if we ditch the fence, bring this down to about here. Oh, that's good. Come on over. And this bush detailing that I'm doing right now, this is going to kind of be what I do when I try to build my own farms. So here we go. We've got all four of these producing farms. All four of these producing goods. Let's quickly just power this guy up. It doesn't actually need to be here, but I thought it would look nice. Maybe we'll come from this one. Perfect. Okay. So now we are producing how much? 19 tons own production. Okay. So what we're going to want to do, now that we've started producing some crops, which we can also produce, we can take the crops we produce and create meat or whatever this other good is, a processed good. Let's see if we're on farming. So extractor buildings, which are these, will then process the goods to make something. That's showing us there we go. So then we can use it to make cattle sheds, milking parlor, meat. We're making meat. So we're going to make meat. So let's figure out, these do have some noise pollution, but they don't actually pollute the ground. So I'm thinking these here are producing our goods. The cars are going to come in, they're going to come down this way, right? And then they need to get to the meat pastures. I guess they're just pastures. So let's go ahead, let's turn all this stuff back on. And maybe if you've come down this way, you've picked up your goods, you turn back around, maybe there will be a road, maybe it comes out maybe not out the middle, maybe we'll bring it off of this area here. And all this might change. I'm trying to be mindful of just the traffic and the way it's going to flow. I don't want to put anything in a spot that would end up causing it to block something else. I don't mind that it's right up against the other road. I guess I don't mind. Okay, let's do 2 just like this. We'll go ahead and throw a path in here. Where is there we go. We already had it. Turn off road guidelines. We'll put a path here and here. Just trying to make it walkable, easy for people to navigate. Come right there, boom, and then let's grab some other tree. I think what tree were we using over on the other side? Maybe this one. Okay. There we go. So these guys don't have goods yet. A truck has to come, pick up the goods from here, and then drop them off to these 2 places for them to start producing goods. Let's go ahead and add a road in here so you can get all the way around. Actually, I'm going to maybe back that up just a bit because we want only 1 space available. Okay. Now, for the people who pick up goods here, and these 2 fields don't need them, but we don't want to sell them. We need a way to store these goods. So let's jump up this way, get a small grain silo. How much can you hold? 300,000 units. It doesn't say what the units are, but it can hold 300,000 units. Let's do a small spot. I guess you can come down here. Some cars can come over here and drop off their goods, while other cars or trucks can maybe come over this way into this little area, and here you can drop off the goods that you have. Again, I'm going to go around this with a path just try to make things look a little bit nicer and just use in-game things to achieve some detail. Let's put some trees down. We don't want to put too many trees or it will start making the ground more fertile for forestry, which we don't want. Maybe we'll put a few. Those are a little bit small. Where is my... I think this big bush is going to be too big. Actually, no. It's kind of perfect. Okay, and then maybe we'll come over here. Turn on some prop anarchy. And fill this up a bit. Alright, I think 1 or 2 more trees and we'll call it a day for this. There we go. Okay, so we've got this kind of started. You'll see right here, this is a tractor. It's importing agricultural goods to the small animal pasture. The reason it's importing right now is because there is nothing stored in these yet, but eventually there will be. So what we're going to do for these is we're actually going to set all of these to fill. At first, this is going to cost me tons of money because what's going to happen is if we can't produce quick enough, the city's going to buy the goods from outside. But once we have filled those up, we'll be all set. Now let's... Do you see all this traffic? Do you see all this? This is why I don't connect to the outside. Oh my goodness. So let's check. We've got traffic coming all the way down here. It's coming all the way down this way. A lot of them are coming this direction. They kind of spread out in here, which is good, but the issue comes in when we get closer to the city, because once you start adding in the entrances and exits, actually, knock on wood, but they're doing okay for now. It's starting to get a little bit, I'm a little nervous about this. They're a little bit close. It's starting to get a little bit too close for comfort. We'll see how it holds up. We will see how it holds up. I would love to see if we just clicked on this piece of road. Are a lot of the people going out of the city? Yeah, there's a decent number who are passing right through, but actually a good number are also just trying to get to the city. Okay. We're going to let it run. We're going to just maybe see if it... Oh my gosh. See if it figures itself out. I mean, if anything, it looks like this backup is just growing. it's just growing. That's a lot of backup. I bet you it's tanked our 74. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to let it run. We'll see what happens with it. So we've gone ahead. We've started our little farming industry here. Let's then go ahead and begin adding a few roads for our suburbs. Okay, so I went through, I zoned everything up. So we've got a bit of commercial here right in the center of town, kind of on this strip. I've put in a fire station, police station, a small elementary school, a park. I did throw in this high school, which I already just kind of think we're going to delete. I'm not a huge fan of it. And then I just have, it's doing a little bit of zoning. It's getting some people in here. It's mainly residential, but I think this will look really nice once it starts to fill out. You'll notice that I kind of more densely packed in our residential here in the middle. And then as we get further out, I begin to space things out. I accidentally left prop and tree anarchy on. So when you get to this portion of the road, there is a tree that has fallen, and so there's nothing zoned this way just yet. but I think this is going to look really nice as it begins to fill out more. Let's go ahead and just delete this high school. I'm not a fan of it anyway, so it can just go. And then we're going to see what this turns into. So I think to kind of finish this whole part off, I am going to put in a few trees here and there. Let's make sure, yeah, we're at 1.4. Just do a bit of detailing, nothing extravagant, just enough that, you know, it's not totally barren over here. There we go. So we're going to see how this goes. I might do some additional detailing in this part of the city once I jump off camera, but I like that it's right outside the city. Eventually we'll connect back up and begin to spread these suburbs out a bit more. But looking at our map of kind of where we are, I have a few ideas of where we could put the airport. Option 1 would be to put the airport right here, just above Cardona City. The pro of that is that it's already in a great spot that kind of overlooks the downtown. The major con of that is that, as we know right now, the traffic is a bit of a mess trying to connect these two sides of our map, so I haven't yet figured out if that's going to work. Option 2 would be to put it somewhere over here next to our new farming industry. It's a bit out of the city, but it could be around the suburbs and people live nearby, and then we could connect it with our metro so you could get to the heart of downtown. And then I'm thinking option 3 would be to put it somewhere over in this area. Again, the challenge with this is that it would mean we would want to connect the two roads on either side of the city, and doing that is a little bit of difficulty in terms of just managing that traffic, but we could, for just the time being, connect it just to the main highway system that goes into the downtown, and then kind of see what happens with the traffic as we go. So those are my 3 thoughts. We've got option 1, option 2 is down here, and option 3 over this way. So let me know what you think about those 3 potential places in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button and consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one.